welcome back to my channel, Evna Lifestyle. Naka's Evelyn here, and it's a new day with new thing to share. So today it's pleurisy. Pleurisy is also called Akalaso in my country, Zambia. So this is something that is really painful, and if you've experienced it before, I know you are the witness on this. So I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So I want to share with you guys just a view on how it looks like, how this thing happens. So pleurisy is just the inflammation of the the two large thin linings in the chest. So when these two linings get inflamed, they get to bring about pain and all those kind of things. So just a view on how it looks like. So there's the first layer, which is called a visceral pleura. So this visceral pleura, it's the thin layer which protects the lungs. So it protects the lungs. Then there is the pleural cavity. Then from there, this is just a space. The pleural cavity is a space. Then there is a parietal pleura. So this is just the outer part now of the chest, and it protects now the chest and everything. So when these two get inflamed, that is after being triggered by something, which I'm going to say later on after some few minutes from this, when these two are triggered by those things, they get to be inflamed. They get to be reddish and having those they get to be swollen. Once they be swollen, they get to have some frictions between the two. So when they start having friction, like the same visceral pleura and also the parietal pleura, when they get in touch, they get to have friction, then one gets to have pain. So how it happens is that when you breathe in air, there is now that exchange of gases, of gas exchange now of carbon dioxide and oxygen. So for that to happen, when you just breathe in and you want to breathe out, for those two lines will try to contract. Now as it's doing that, then the other layer, which is the parietal pleura, will start having frictions now to the visceral pleura, because they are swollen. So when they are swollen, the pleural cavity definitely will be affected. It will be narrowed, and there will be no free space for those two lines. Therefore, they'll start having friction and causing pain. So what causes this pleurisy is bacteria. So bacterial infection, this comes about with pneumonia, whereby the bacteria goes in there and they get affected, and now there is air in the lungs, out of the lungs instead of the inside, the alveoli and all that. So the gas gets to be outside. If it's not gas, then there is fluid in there. Then the other one is the viral infection. So this viral infection, so by now one gets to have a cough and all that. So the other one is tuberculosis, and there is also parasites and other different kind of things. There are blood clots. There are clots in the blood, and there are a lot of causes of the pleurisy. So when you get to have those infections, then definitely you'll get to have pleurisy. So pleurisy takes about a week for you to be alright from pleurisy. So when that week extends from another week, you make sure that you check in the doctor so that they see what kind of things are in there and what kind of treatments they can give you. So this is really important that you check in the doctor so that they see how you are and how far it has gone and everything. So the other thing is that it's really inevitable to prevent yourself from having pleurisy, because you don't know when and how you can get that infection. So the good part is just having personal hygiene and also taking care of the things that you do on your daily basis. The habits that you do, you make sure that they are things that are going to help you to be healthy and to be comfortable as well. So this is something that we don't have to ignore, and we have to check in the doctor once you get to have those kind of symptoms. Symptoms which you get to have sharp pains in your chest, you get to have headache, and some of them they get to be dizzy because they're having less oxygen, and this is because of the same problem that is going on in the chest, while there's inflammation of the lines. So it's very hard for them to breathe. When you are having those sharp pains, you make sure that you get to have enough rest, and also that if you're having sharp pains on, for example, on the right part of the chest, you make sure that you sleep on the other part, and you make sure that you are on the soft area where you're sleeping at, you are at the soft bed or other things that you are using to sleep at. So you have to make sure that you do not prompt it to have a lot of other severe pains. So you have to make sure to take care of yourself, and this is what I thought of sharing with you guys about pleurisy or Akalaso in my country, Zambia. So if you have any questions, you have anything that you want to add upon, you can just put in the comment section if you want. And don't forget to subscribe, as well as coming back for the next episode. See ya.